Hey YouTube, it's 3D for Life, back with part 7 of our $120 Ender 3 Pro video. For those of you that have been here for the continuation of all these videos, thank you for continuing to watch. Thank you to all that have subscribed and liked the videos. I promise we're getting close, guys. So after this video, there's going to be one more, and that's going to wrap up our Ender 3 Pro build video for the budget printer that I purchased. So make sure you guys that haven't subscribed, subscribe now, because there have been some things happening between a buddy of mine and a company that has to do with 3D printing. I don't think it's not necessarily directed towards the company, but something crazy has happened. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. I've got it all on video, so make sure you guys subscribe so you can check that out after these build videos. So let's get to it right after this. So guys, we're back. So what we're going to do today on our Ender 3 Pro build is we're going to go ahead and hook up all of our connectors, and we're also going to try and get this bed lined out from the magnet being pushed up. So if you guys are just now getting catched up to the videos, when I bought this printer for $120 from a local guy. Said it was new in the box. I went there to meet him. I was smart enough to open the box before I looked at it, or before I purchased it and gave him money, and noticed that the magnet was actually bowed up by about 3 inches. It was pretty insane. It looked like there was an egg under the build plate. So I ended up negotiating with him, getting it a little bit cheaper. I figured it was worth it to me for parts, and luckily I'd be able to get it to work as a printer. So one of the first things we're going to do before we do the connections is I'm going to go ahead and try and get this bed lined out. So I don't have a rolling pin or anything, but I do have a really big socket. So I haven't leveled my bed or anything yet. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm just going to take this socket and I'm just going to roll over these bowed spots on the bed and push down on it really hard, just to see if I can't smooth out the bows that happened from this being dropped, or whatever happened to the printer. I have no idea what happened to it. So I'm just going to roll over all these. And it does seem to take this one out a little bit, but it is still pretty raised up right here. There's a pretty sizable air pocket. Maybe I can just push the air pocket out with my finger. But at least I have the big goose egg that was on the bed gone. Okay, so with that done, we'll go ahead and hook up our connections. So we'll grab all of our connections from down here, underneath the printer. So the first one we're going to hook up is our extruder motor, which is going to be, or not our extruder motor, our Z motor, which will be labeled Z. So we'll get that hooked up. And then the next one we're going to get hooked up is going to be, let's see here, going to be our Z stop switch, which should already be down here, which it is. So we're going to go ahead and get that plugged in. And this is the stop switch that I repaired, so we'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure that it's actually going to work, because we don't want anything to break. And then we'll take our bundle of 3 wires, and it looks like our carriage, or our extruder, is going to be E. So we'll find the E wire and we'll hook it up to the extruder. And then we're going to take our X wire, which should be the carriage for the left and right, and we're going to hook it in Make sure these all click in, and then our only leftover wire is for an E-stop for the X-axis. So we'll plug this in now. And now that's all plugged in. So the only other thing we have to do is put our build plate on and plug it in and see if this thing even powers up. I'm nervous. Now's when we find out if I bought paperweight or a printer, or if I bought parts. So I'll turn this so you guys can see it, so we can witness this together. Make sure it's all focused in on my camera. And here we go. Nothing. But I see the problem. My power supply is on 230 volts, which I should have checked. So I'll go ahead and flip that to 110. Now let's give it a shot. Nothing. It's not good. So let's go ahead and double check and see what happened. Well, it looks like my connector here for the power supply is loose. There we go. And as of right now, it's looking like everything powers up. So that's a good thing. So at least everything powered up. So I think that'll about do it for this week's video, guys. So next week, we'll go ahead and check and we'll see if everything's working. We'll go ahead and level the bed and we'll do a test print. And until then, you guys take it easy.